The road to become an RN is very challenging, I will not lie. And your why question will keep you motivated and focused throughout this journey. That why question speak deep into your commitment. So let's discuss this. Why nursing? Why did you decide to go through this journey? So on today's video, that is going to be our main focus. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, welcome. My name is Sarah Apio, and thank you guys for 80 plus subscribers. I really do appreciate. You guys are amazing, and I'll keep on saying that you guys keeps me motivated and focused even when I'm going through that challenging moment in school. Like, this quarter has been so hell. It has been so hectic to the extent that I feel like losing hope. But remember, that is why we are doing this video today. Why nursing? Whenever you feel that you are hopeless, you don't want to push through, you are so tired, you don't want to do it anymore, your why question will pull you through. So whenever I feel that tired, that I don't want to focus, this is what I do. I go back to this notebook. This notebook has a lot, and one of the things that I've noted down in this notebook is my why question. So let's discuss this, guys, and I hope you guys will take 1, 2, 3 things from this. Like I've said before, this is my nursing journey. I'm not an expert, I'm not anything, but if you feel like you can share more of your experience, you can always comment down below. Let's share this journey together. So yeah, that is it. Okay, like the title suggests, today I'm going to dwell in this why thing. I love talking about it. Like I shared this why thing on my TikTok like 1 year ago, and I felt like, let me bring it up to the YouTube. So why nursing? Let's get serious a little bit. Why nursing? This is a good question. And why am I saying a good question? It is not only in nursing field that somebody decides to just wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a nurse. You must have a reason behind wanting to be a nurse, and you must have what really drives you towards that field. And it is not only in nursing field, even in other fields. You cannot just wake up in the morning and say that I want to be a pilot. You must have something that drove you towards that direction. So let us discuss about this issue of why nursing. This question is very important, and if you are that person that doesn't have it somewhere on your notebook or at the back of your mind, just go back and sit down and ask yourself, why did you decide to go into this field? Why am I saying this? Because during my pre-nursing journey, I'm almost done. 1 more quarter and I'm done. So during my pre-nursing journey, I think I've done a lot of classes, like around 12, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, around 11, 12. And each and every class, like let me say 90% of those classes, every time you start a class in the quarter, the first assignment, the first thing the instructor sends is, why did you decide to take this class? And what I've come to realize is that every time this question comes up, like, why did you decide to do this class, the why thing always comes in a way. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, let me say you are enrolling in a nutrition class and they ask you, why did you decide to enroll in this class? And yeah, nutrition class is maybe one of the requirements to enroll into the nursing program. And the next thing they'll ask you, what is your goal after this class? And there's a somehow that why thing just pop up. Yeah, so it's very important. So I don't know if you are that person who is planning to go into nursing program, or who is a student and you don't have the why thing at the back of your mind. I don't know how you are navigating through all this. So it's a very important question, and uh, one of the requirements before going into the program, that is before admission into the program, you must write an essay question on why you decided to pursue the nursing program. So that's why I'm saying it's very important. That why thing, it's very, very important, and it's good if people note it down. So yeah, enough of that why, and I'm here to share a little bit briefly on why I decided to take this path, because it will not make sense for me to stress on it while you guys don't know the reason why I decided to go in this path. And not a lot of things just came in between, and I decided this is the way to go. So I'll not dwell much into why. I'll just focus on the basic. So to me, I'll say that, why did I decide to become a nurse? Why this journey? Why now at my 30s I decided, oh, this is what I want to do? Okay, my why question did not come like many other people do outside there. It didn't come from childhood experience. And I'll say, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a nurse. No, that was not my thing. It was not me. In fact, I can say I was not performing well in biology in high school. Biology was my worst subject. I can just say it was my worst. I really loved chemistry and I loved maths, but biology was not a go zone to me, not until I reached in Form 4 around second term, when I started having a lot of interest in essay questions, and I think that is what made me pass in biology. The essays, like, I think it was biology paper 2 that had a lot of essay explain how the heart function or describe those things. I loved writing essays, so that is where my interest for biology grew. But all along during my high school journey, that was not my thing. So being a nurse was on the side. I never thought about it. So having completed my high school, I went to the university, and what I did my bachelor's in environmental studies and community development. Reason being that I love geography, and another thing, anything to do with community development. During that time, I was back in Kenya, and there was a lot of social work, community things, and people will be driven to where there's job market. So a lot of people are going into community development, social work thing. So those are the few things that really drive me up to do environmental studies and community development. But I graduated after 4 years, and I struggled. Not struggling, I really struggle after graduating, like 4 years looking for work, looking for anything. No, when my emails were full of applications, applying for jobs, but it was all on the trash. The only thing that I achieved from that career is just working as a volunteer or as an intern, and I was getting nothing in return, no pay, no nothing. So it was really frustrating. So at some point, I was working as an intern in Lake Victoria Water Services Board, and a lot of the time is my work was mostly maybe going to the field, but most of the time if you're not going to the field, you just sit in the office doing nothing. So I used to do a lot of research. So I used to take advantage of the computers being offered in the office, and the research I was doing was on scholarships, and I will peruse websites on, like, how do we call them, international schools in US, Canada. I know a lot of and Europe. I really wanted to get out of Kenya. So during this time, that is when I wanted to pursue like something to do with masters, and my first interest came in masters in public health, because I did like something to do with community health in my degree, and so I wanted to widen it towards that direction, if not public health, environmental health. So that is what I wanted to do in my master's program. Thank God, I found that some scholarship, like Mastercard Foundation, they do offer scholarships for some programs, and in those programs I found out that they offer like public health scholarship, and I dig into it, and I liked the schools in Canada, and I did a lot of research on those schools. And one of the requirements for masters, they wanted you, especially on public health, anything health related, they wanted you to do in GRE. So I started reading on my GRE. I dig on my GRE, I read it. Guys, I passed my graduate record exams. Yeah, I did pass my graduate. I think I did my graduate record exams in, was it in not 2017, I think it was in 2018 that I did my graduate record exams and passed. Then I applied to 3 schools. I will never forget. I applied in University of British Columbia, Canada. I applied in McGill. McGill declined. And this school, it's so hard to pronounce it. It is in some province, Saskatchewan province in the I don't know how to pronounce it, in those places in Canada. I really wanted to go to Canada. So when I applied, okay, for Mastercard Foundation, they loved my essay. My essay was self-driven. They loved my essay, and they told me that they are waiting for the school to approve if they can admit me. But unfortunately, those schools, they decline for the same reason. Like, I didn't have a background in public health, and secondly, what else did they say? I didn't have a background in public health, and there was something, yeah, statistic, because they wanted proof that I did statistic. And yes, I did statistic in my college, but they were not recognizing that, even after going through the hassles. You know how Kenya, you go through the hassles of finding those how do we call, dean, to like sign up and state that you are a student and you did this course, blah blah blah. They said they were not recognizing that, and they rejected. And I felt hopeless. I felt really hopeless during that time, because I was like this to get into admission into the public health fraternity. Though my my hope didn't decline from there. um I kept on searching even after my internship. I was outside. I kept on like just admiring, just going through those schools and looking what they have to offer. I pop up into their bachelors of science in nursing program. When you see their requirements, they want prerequisites, and I was like, what are these? Like, what are these? What are prerequisites? They really wanted a lot of things, and I was like, oh, so Sarah, what else can you do? Now you cannot enroll into public health. What else can you do? But I think I gave myself like 2 years. Then I found my way into the US. Coming into the US, yes, at the back of my mind, I had already made up my mind. I'm going into the nursing thing, but I really wanted to have some curfew experience based on my experience in the ground, like working in the healthcare. Really added a plus to me. I said to myself, this is what I wanted to do, and I just hit the boat. I didn't want to overthink, because this is what I can say. I didn't come to the US and decided that I want to be a nurse on the job, like while I was doing my caregiving job. This thing has been a long part. Like, let me say, back in Kenya, when I was applying for my master's in public health and they declined, I was looking at the options, and nursing was one of it. Let's keep it simple. Yeah, nursing was one of it. So when I came here, I had it at the back of my mind, though I didn't have experience. So after coming here, and this is what most immigrants do, they go into healthcare field. And having been into healthcare field, I can say gaining that experience on the ground motivated me more to go into this nursing field. So yeah, I did my CNA, and fortunately there's a way, at least I tried and navigate into the hospital and see how they do things. And also not forgetting working in the nursing facility during COVID. And yeah, that even drove me into it. So yeah, so those are the main reasons why I found myself into this journey. So what I'm going to leave you with is that my nursing journey is not purely based on childhood experience, or like seeing somebody sick and my passion drove things, or seeing a person I loved so much dying or doing a lot of stories that people do say. My nursing journey does not come with that. My nursing journey purely comes with experience, my experience on the ground, like right now, the healthcare experience. Another thing, maturity. At 30, you really know what you want to do. At my 20s, I didn't know, but right now, I know what I want, and I'll go for it. Yeah, so it purely came with maturity. And also, where I wanted to be in the next 5 years, there's no way I'll go into my 40s and I still don't know, and I am undecided, or I don't know where I want to be. Like, where do I want to be in the next 5 years? So my nursing journey comes in more of those three things. I can't say that, yeah, being compassionate is one of it. I'll not be working in healthcare if I'm not compassionate enough, because healthcare is not about meeting physical needs of people. It's a lot. Apart from physical, it's mental. It really, you really have to be passionate enough for you to be there. It's not like a joke thing. And caregivers, me, be it a doctor, a nurse, a CNA, a what, caregivers are doing amazing job. The healthcare sector is really draining, but they choose to wake up early in the morning and go and meet the needs of other people. Taking care of people is not a joke here. Having worked with a lot of people from different backgrounds, those people with dementia, Alzheimer's, have really taught me a lot. Because if you are a caregiver, you are a caregiver outside there, God, you are doing an amazing work. So if you've already been there and you think nursing is not for you, then I don't know, because you are doing even more. You are doing more. I don't know. I can't say that there's much like difference between CNAs, apart from like going back to school and doing all these kinds of assignment. But if you're a CNA, generally, if you're a caregiver outside there with no nursing title, you are already doing more than enough. Because nursing is entail being compassion, and that is the experience you are gaining on the ground right now. You just waking up and going to take care of that individual, making them like smile and all that. You're already doing enough. So if nursing is for you, come, let us change the world. Let us change the world. So yeah, enough of my talking. I think I've done enough. I've done enough, and thank you guys for tuning in, and see you in the next video. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Thank you and bye. See you.